Hey, Darnell. Looks like some changes on the blue line potentially coming tonight. What's the message from your head coach on the defensive side of things and what needs to get better fast?
Yeah, it's hard to score 6 goals a night in this league, so we have to shore up our own zone and stop giving up so many chances. So that's obviously with the shake up a little bit, it sends a message to everyone. But it's got to be better.
Possibly playing with Slater tonight. Just your early impressions of the way he plays and how you think the pairing will go.
Yeah, he's solid. Obviously, I play against him a lot too in the OHL. So Slater's a very solid player. Seems to be in the right places all the time, and has a lot of confidence right now. So it's exciting to be able to play with him.
Next question, Jim Matheson, Post Media.
Darnell, you play in Montreal again. I asked the question last time when you play a team back-to-back. What did you learn from playing a team like Montreal the first time? Did they play differently than Vancouver played? Faster, more aggressive, forecheck harder? What did you learn?
Yeah, they played a really strong team game all around. They forechecked hard, played hard in their own zone. Their neutral zone was hard to come through. So, I mean, they presented a really, really good challenge, and that's the nice thing about the season is you get the opportunity to go back at them a couple nights later. So, obviously, it's a very strong team, a team that we're going to play a lot, but we have to make the adjustments that gave us so much trouble last game.
Thank you.
Next question, Rob Tychkowski, Post Media.
Darnell, for young defensemen coming into the league, they seem to be able to adapt pretty quickly to the offensive side of the game. Lead pass and walking the blue line and all that sort of stuff. They kind of the defensive struggle is where they have to really struggle to learn the game. Can you kind of talk to that evolution, what it's like, and why is it so difficult stepping into the NHL as a young defenseman? I
think you just when you're coming into the league, you're so excited to play in the league, and for a lot of guys that play this level when they play in junior, you can get away with a lot of things in junior because you can either skate or move pucks, make good plays. And in this league, everyone can do that. So those things that you could get away with in junior and even in the minors a little bit, you can't get away with that at this level because you give guys a little bit of room and they make the most of it. So, I mean, it's nothing new. This happens to every defenseman. Every defenseman coming into the league, I feel like the defensive side is always the hardest part to learn. So, that's probably my take on it.
How long does it take to get comfortable? And I know you're never really comfortable with some of the stars in the league that are bearing down on you, but how long till a guy really feels like, okay, I'm okay in this?
Every guy differs, so it's tough to put a number on it. You guys will make up those numbers. So yeah, it's tough to put a number on that.
Next question, Derek Van Diest, Post Media.
Hi, Darnell. Montreal's a team you guys don't play very often, and you haven't seen a lot of. I guess their forwards, they're a little smaller and shiftier than Vancouver's is. Did they kind of take you a little bit surprised in that first game, and how do you kind of have to adjust to that in that second?
Yeah, obviously they play different. I think just their compete level and the speed that they played at, they were relentless all night. They're a very good team. So I don't know. I mean that's basically all you can really say about them. I mean they're a good team. There's no surprises now. I mean that's like I said. You play teams so often now. There's no surprises. The first one's out of the way. I mean we're 3 games into the season, so we gotta take a hold of this.
And how long does it take to kind of build that animosity towards a team that you don't see very often? Now you're going to see them 9 times this year. Does any emotions carry over from that first game to the second?
Yeah, I think there's always emotions that carry over when you play teams so often. I mean, you even look all the years like you play teams in your own division. You play Calgary 6 times a year usually, and those emotions always seem to carry over. This is like a whole nother extreme because every team that you're playing at least 9. So. Those emotions will carry over for sure.
Next question, Guillaume Lafrancois, La Presse.
Hi, Darnell. I just wanted to know, as a player, how difficult or is it difficult to adjust to all those changes in defense pairings and forward lines thus far in the season with the short camp and not so much time to practice?
Yeah, there's definitely adjustments. Usually you have those, 4 or 5 exhibition games and 2.5 weeks of training camp to kind of get to know a guy, or even if you're not playing with them, to take some reps with them over the course of practices and whatnot. We don't have that luxury this year, but the fun part about it is everyone's in the same position, so there's really no excuses. Obviously, there's a little bit of juggling, and sometimes it takes a little time to get used to playing with someone, but I think we've been around long enough, especially guys on our team, been around long enough to make adjustments and be on our toes tonight.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Last question, Ryan Rashog, TSN.
So Darnell, your partner Ethan Bear from before looks like he'll be in the press box tonight. Still a young defenseman, and you've kind of been through the ups and downs yourself. How do you see him handling an early setback here?
Oh, Bears, he's hungry. He's a heck of a player. Any speed bump for him, I know how much it motivates him, and how hungry he is to be elite. So, I'd say if that happens, just a bump in the road, and he's a guy that we're gonna rely on a lot, and he's a big part of this team.
And I noticed there was a D meeting with Jimmy Playfair there, without giving any state secrets away. But what's Jim's take on thing and his message to you?
I'm not giving away any secrets. Can't give away secrets.